to share just another message from Rosa's Choice. And you may know that I use this book as like an oracle. So what message do I need today? What message does my client need? When I'm drawn to it, she kind of draws me to the book, and then I know I'm meant to flick through and use it like an oracle deck. So the message that she wants to share with you this evening is all about conception. So you can go back and watch the previous two readings as well, which is about the soul's journey. One was about the soul's journey, your baby's journey, and the other one was how important it is to heal your own time in the womb, to really understand your experience in the womb, because our beliefs, how we see ourselves, how we see the world, is all formed in this lifetime at least from those experiences, the environment that was around us. And when we understand our own baby self experience, how that might playing out in your journey to motherhood, how we understand our birth experience and the similarities between how you were born, and then we want to kind of not keep going in that loop and having a similar kind of or traumatic birth experience with your own babies. So it really heals that sense of fear of giving birth is one of them. Okay, so on the conception, so it's beautiful. So Rosa has guided me to page 94 and 95, and this was a personal story from the gorgeous Natasha, and just how she was going through a very hard time. She moved into, we're neighbours now and friends, and how she was moving through a really big relationship loss, and she's got a really beautiful son, but never imagining, never opening to the possibility that she might meet somebody else, and certainly to have another baby. Anyway, she did meet someone else, and the beautiful Zen is in the world, very much in the world. And also it's so appropriate because Natasha and Adrian have just got engaged as well. After 8 years. I love that the message came for here. So Natasha's sharing her conception experience actually of Zen, and the whole chapter is chapter 5, which is what sacred conception, what really is conception. If we look at it in those medical terms, of course we're told, there has to be, the conditions have to be perfect physically, it's a meeting of the egg and the sperm, and it's all this very physical. Conception is so much more than that. It's absolutely sacred. And Spirit Baby have said, we've lost the reverence for it. There's so much expectation or hurt or control, or it's down to the minutiae of the body, or and the baby's saying, you've forgotten the reverence. The reverence. What is conception? What is actually happening within conception? It's so much more than a physical act and a physical experience and a physical joining. Your babies, if you've read my book, you know that you, as a spirit baby once, and certainly your babies, were making plans before they even arrived. So just as you're in your process, in your preparation to receive them, they are in their process and their preparation to arrive. And they choose everything like you chose everything, and that can be a bit of a hard pill to swallow sometimes. But why would I choose this life? Why would I choose these parents? But see it as an empowering thing, right? If I chose that on soul level for some reason, it must be because I'm able to overcome it. I'm able to understand it. I'm able to move through it, because everything that you're feeling and everything that you're experiencing, it all comes up on your journey to motherhood as one example. It could be health, it could be heartbreak. We open to more, and our journey to motherhood is an invitation to open to more of us. So those feelings that you may be feeling, they haven't just arrived because of your journey to motherhood. They've been there for a very, very long time. They may be yours from this lifetime, they may be from past lives, they may be holding an ancestral pattern. You are huge, you are massive, you are magnificent, and we really are being invited to open to that moreness of ourselves. You're not this little old human You are human and you are super, super powerful. And this is what I'm here for, to help you remember that. And I hold that faith. I see that in you. I see energy. I hear energy. I feel energy. So I can hold that vision for you and of you, until you're able to hold it for yourself, because you will. And all these patterns and everything changes and life changes, as it did for Natasha. I'm going to read a message from Rosa on conception. Okay. Conception is often thought of as a purely physical act of lovemaking at the right time, the right place, the right egg and the right sperm, and the right bodies to make this happen. However, can you consider that there is perhaps something else going on around this sacred act? That this moment of conception is a meeting of heaven and earth? That this conception is one of spirit meeting spirit on this earthly plane and joining together as one in order for much greater things to happen? Is it possible that as this sperm meets this egg, there is so much more to be seen in the ripples of the whole universe? That it is not just between one man and one woman, but it is indeed the whole universe in action. An action that will have momentous effects in the world, effects that this little one will have on the people they meet, the things they do, the energy that they share with the world, and their mission in this life. Is it possible that conception is much, much more than a simple act of lovemaking, but is indeed a world changer, a universe mover, an embodiment of life itself, as the creators and co-creators of life choose to make it this moment, in this time and space, and in this body, and in this part of the world to come into form? Do you think this is an accident? Do you think this life, this moment, has no further repercussions in the world than those for the parents and its family? I think you know the answer to this, for do you not recognize the impact that you have had in the world, the people you have met, touched and changed in either kindness or in other ways, the changes you have made to yourself and to and for others, which in turn have changed lives down the line? And so you see, this beautiful act of creation is not a simple physical act. It is a moment, yet another moment, in the awakening and the changing of the world itself, as another new soul arrives to add their unique flavour and sounds to the vibration and upliftment of the world. It is this jigsaw of life coming together and apart, each forming a perfect piece in a perfect puzzle. And so it is that these precious souls here in spirit do choose to come together at a certain time and at a certain place and at a certain moment, in order to fulfill and fill this world with life and all of life. For those for whom conception has not yet come, do not fear and do not worry, for there is always something bigger to be found here on this journey. For those for whom conception was just this moment in time, and you feel that this moment did not affect the future as I have spoken of above, yet again do not fear, for this moment of conception, no matter how, when, for whom, or for how long, truly does shift and change the sands of time in your own world and beyond. So please, we ask you to acknowledge these brave spirits who are willing to come to spread life with you and add their flavour to the world, no matter for how long this may be. To acknowledge those spirits who choose to enable this moment of creation to happen, to create the energy of life in whichever way that may be. For whatever you may think and feel about life, it is indeed life you have chosen, and it is indeed life that these baby spirits are seeking. It is then up to you which picture of life you choose to present to them. Okay, so that message from Spirit Baby from Rosa is on page 90 and 91 if you have the book. And Natasha goes in to describe that moment of conception. So we can be in the, the baby making, or the IVF, or the egg donation, and all of the messages on egg donation, sperm donation, all the ways of receiving your baby are spoken to in this book from a really high level, really different level of understanding to help you change your perception, to support you on your journey to motherhood. And really the message is conception, receiving your baby, becoming pregnant. Feel the sacredness of that, the reverence of that, honour their process and honour your process within it as you come together in creation as creators and co-creators. And in this case, how can you not include your baby in this, your future baby in this, because you are creating with them, and they really want to share, and they really want to be with you, and they want you to know that they are with you and they are supporting you. You are not on your own on this conception journey. And for those who have experienced baby loss, that moment of conception, the moment that your baby was with you and in you physically, you know, there's so much science about how we're sharing. You know, we hold the energy, the blood, the DNA of our babies move through our bodies. And also this, you know, with loss, it's not a moment in time. This changes you. It changes your energy, because their energy is coming often to kind of move things within you, so you can see the shame or the loss or the unresolved things that were already lying there, but they bring in this new vibration for you as well to open to, and they're inviting you to look up. You may ask, how are they, where are they? And you know, with baby loss, they are inviting you to look further, look beyond the physical. Okay, so yes, Natasha describing her moment of conception, like really feeling this vortex. And I've witnessed conception, not in the actual physical, in the energy, of course. And I have a beautiful meditation that I rarely send out. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but it was this conception spiral and vortex. And I've seen this happening, but I've also seen conception with an embryo being implanted. So when the embryo is ready to be implanted into the womb, and witnessed for someone, I'm holding that space while they're in their transfer, and witnessed the explosion of light that happens. And it really is like this. I'm just seeing emerald green because one of them was just this emerald green light. So it's a force of love. It's a force of love, and it's pure creation. So open to that thinking of, it's bigger than you. It's not what you're doing or not doing. It's how you're feeling, what you're thinking about yourself, how much you're trying to control, how scared you are of this, the fears. And with all the work I do, it's about guiding it, just holding that space for you, because you know the answers, you know it all, but it's all just hidden under these layers. And so we are opening up these layers, letting go of the shame, finding resolution to previous hurts and traumatic experience. We're journeying into your soul, and your soul is calling you to that work, to really get to know your soul, and your baby is calling you to this as well, to your inner, to your you, to your knowing and answers, so you don't feel like you're floundering around or giving your power away above all else to anyone else. If you are having medical support, beautiful, as Rosa says, it's in spite of the medical, not because of it. It's always you are the portal, and everything else should be around supporting you to be that portal and receive your baby. I mean, how powerful are you in that moment? Okay, so if you haven't got my book, you can find it on my website, of course, or on Amazon, any online booksellers.